Okay, so we're carrying on with our story here. So, in the previous story, I told you about my interpretation of Revelation 21 in terms of my story. Now I'm going to tell you the other side of that story, which is about evil aliens coming here pretending to be your mommy and daddy, and with a very a very secret plan to just get rid of everybody on planet Earth. So, and if you allow that to happen without putting up a fight, or if you choose to go on their side, as opposed to standing on this side with mankind, like right away, the world's going to be ripped in half, because half of the world doesn't believe in what they're about to bring here and tell you. The other half of you that do believe in it, if you stand with these evil aliens that come here, they're going to enlist you to start a civil war against the other half of us. And eventually, when they use their technology to get rid of the other half of us, they'll take you up to space and get rid of you up there. And that's what I'm about to show you. So, I do heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth had passed away, and there was no more sea. So, passed away literally means, like, if you pass away, that means you're no longer alive. So that's what that means. And I just told you before that there was no more sea. That refers to the three Abrahamic religions. One believes in parting the Red Sea, the other one walks on water, and the other one has the rivers and springs of Jonah. So that, meaning there's no more sea, means there'll be no more you if you allow these aliens to come here and tell you that they're your mommy and daddy, and smear my good name with some bullshit tape that they're going to bring here and play for you, which, is designed to make me look bad. So if there's no more sea, it means this is for the first earth had passed away, is referring to the half of mankind that don't believe in their lies, and this is the other half that do believe in their lies, which means that first verse is about everyone on planet Earth being eradicated when these evil aliens come here. So, I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven. So, literally, there's going to be a guy here pretending to be your father. And he's going to have a wife with him, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. So, because he doesn't have, in his stories, he doesn't have a wife, he doesn't like that. It's a correction in his story that he has to make himself look like he's not a virgin. Because in his book, he's like a 40-year-old virgin who never made himself a wife. He made, Adam a wife, but he didn't make himself a wife. So he wants to correct that story. So the bride is him bringing a wife here so he doesn't look stupid. So the New Jerusalem, that's referred to the UFOs. The UFOs here that they're going to bring here they're quite large. So this, if you watch this video here, UFO on the moon, quick D, capital delusion. So there was a guy in Canada or France that filmed these 3 UFOs. So on this particular thing, they calculate the size and speed of the objects. So the size is roughly 10 to 20 kilometers across, which is 8 miles in diameter. I consistently say that that's how big these UFOs are, because when they terraform a planet, the city, like the condo that they build, it's 101 stories tall, and it's 8 miles across. And on top of that condo is a UFO that is the same diameter, or 8 miles in diameter. So when they build the super cities that have 40 condo towers all around a reservoir, they put 40 UFOs on top of those 40 condo towers that are 8 miles wide. So these UFOs that were filmed on the moon here, right here, they're theoretically evil. They showed their UFOs because they flew around there, and what they wanted to do is they wanted to create the illusion for me that I have good guys in this universe. Like, oh wow, I got good guys. These are the good guys, and they could come protect me. They were trying to get me to release my book, release this information, by allowing this video to trick me into thinking that I have good people in the universe. There's nobody good in this universe. The only good people that are here reside on this planet. Everyone else in this universe is evil. So they were trying to manipulate me into believing that those were the good guys. That's why they created the video, so that they could get me to release the information before I had all my puzzle pieces in place to protect myself from their nonsense. So that's actually them. Those are legitimate UFOs that are 8 miles wide in diameter. And you're going to see a lot of these UFOs come here to mankind, pretending to be your mommy and daddy. So when you see that, when you see a literal 8 mile wide UFO in a city, or flying above a city, it's like a holy city, because when they come here, they say, hey, I'm the father of all creation, and by the way, here's my bride, my wife, because I'm not a 40-year-old virgin. Everyone on planet Earth who believes in the lies and say, wow, that's like New Jerusalem, that's like a revelation. You're going to see God coming out of heaven or out of space with a wife. That's what that means. So, and the New Jerusalem just simply means a flying UFO that can fit millions of people in it. So, I heard a great voice out of space, you might as well say, out of space, saying, behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and I will dwell with them. And I shall be and they shall be my people. And I, God, myself, shall be with them and be their God. So he's going to come here and tell you that he's the father of all creation, his wife is the mother of all creation, and that I'm some, rogue son that rebelled against him to fulfill that story of what took place in the Bible. That's what he's going to tell you. So, and God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes. So, what that's referring to is when I begin to go viral, there's going to be this misperception that I'm Satan, because it fulfills the stories that they've been telling, the Antichrist, the rise of the beast over the sea. So there's going to be a lot of tears in people's eyes, because they're going to think that this is the end of all creation. So when that happens, and you got this Caucasian machine, and he's a machine. Don't believe him in being a human. He's a machine. This machine that's going to come over here is going to try to wipe away all your tears. So all you guys are going to stop crying. Suddenly he's like, we've been saved. Our daddy's here. So he'll wipe away the tears from your eyes, and there shall be no more death. So what he's going to show you here as the technology that they have, they can resurrect somebody who's dead. So they're going to showcase that technology. Basically, what they'll do is they'll probably put somebody's DNA into their advanced medical beds. They'll put maybe 120 pounds of dirt there, and then they'll re-atomize that person back into existence and showcase that they can resurrect the dead, because that's in their stories. Where only the person who can resurrect the dead is the real creator. Well, hell, I can resurrect the dead if you give me enough time for our scientists to research the re-atomization technology. I could resurrect the dead, but because I don't have that technology right on hand, I can't perform that, which gives them a one-up on me. So when you see these guys resurrect the dead, you're instantly going to associate that with a prophecy in the Bible and associate with me as being the bad guy, because they can fulfill that prophecy. And I'm telling you, I could do the exact same thing as them, but only when our scientists discover that de-atomization, re-atomization technology. So don't let every Tom, Dick, and Harry that comes over here with advanced technology resurrecting the dead make you believe that they're the real deal, because they're a bunch of frauds. So neither sorrow nor crying. So neither shall there be any more pain. So this sorrow nor crying, neither shall be any more pain. That's them healing like diseases. So if you got some kind of disease, that's debilitating and painful to you, They'll put you on the advanced medical bed, have your body scanned by the technology, and take the sickness out of your body so that you're no longer sick, which means there's no more pain. So they're gonna, when you begin seeing them heal the sick, you're instantly going to associate them with stories in the Bible, and that's going to fulfill that prophecy. So that's what that's referring to. So when you see this here, and the former things are passed away, yes, it's referring to us not having the technology to do what they can do, like resurrect the dead and heal the sick. You would think that that's what that means. That's not what it means. It means the former things, like me, like literally, like me, being the father of all creation, are passed away, and the mother of all creation, whoever that may be. They're going to come here, get rid of me, and get rid of the mother. They're going to get rid of, the fact that Native Americans are the creators. And, it's bad enough that, 100 million of us were wiped from the face of the earth, which is more than anyone else on planet Earth. But to then allow some evil aliens to come over here and get rid of the rest of us, that's genocide on a level that cannot be allowed to happen. Because if you allow that to happen, man, everything in creation is going to be erased from existence because you didn't stand up for me or your mother. So the former things is referring to Native Americans who control the creation. For the former things are passed away, meaning we're the creators, and they're going to wipe us from existence if you allow that to happen. So and he sat upon the throne, said, "Behold, I make all things new." So that's this imposter android coming over here, bringing these new laws. So you guys have the 10 laws that he's giving you, but he's going to come here with probably a new list of laws. And he's going to show you, well, look, I make all things new. I can resurrect the dead. I can heal the sick. I've gotten rid of those imposters. He's going to call me an imposter or a thief or whatever. And he's going to make all things new. And then instantly the half that believe in the stories that you've been told by these evil liars are going to jump on the wagon and raise a sword against the rest of us. He said unto me, right, for these words are true and faithful. So those words are basically the 3 books that he's given you. What he's going to say is that the spirits that are in control of creation, his spirits, worked through your prophets to write those books. And that the books that you hold in your hands are true and faithful. And that's why he's here to, fulfill the prophecies in those books. That's what that means. So he's going to tell you that his spirits, the Caucasian spirits, wrote those words through your prophets. And that the books that you have are the real deal. And the books that I have made are the wrong deal. And you cannot allow that to happen. And he said unto me, it is done. I am Alpha and Omega. So he's going to declare himself the Alpha and his wife is the Omega. And correct that misperception in his story where he's one person who did everything by himself. He's going to say that he's the beginning and the end. Meaning, I'm come here to start a new beginning, and I've come here to end those people that do not follow me or do not believe in what I tell you. I will give unto him that is thirsty the fountain of water of life freely. Meaning, if you believe in what I'm telling you, as you're listening to me around the world, I will give unto you life. Meaning, if you don't believe in me, I'll get rid of you. But if you do believe in me, I'll give you life. That's what he's saying. So he's basically trying to convert the other half of mankind into believing in their nonsense so that everyone on planet Earth, 8 billion people, can gang up on the Native Americans and get rid of us all. And you cannot allow that to happen. So he that overcometh shall inherit these things. So that's what I'm saying. So if you're, a Buddhism or a Buddhist or a Hinduism, all of a sudden you see a UFO here, and then you get told, if you don't believe in me, I'll get rid of you. Of course you're going to convert. So he that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his God, and he shall be my son. So, but the fearful, unbelieving, and the abominable, and murderers, and whoremongers, and sorcerers, idolaters, and liars shall have their part in the lake of fire, and the lake which burneth with brimstone, which is the second death. So what they're talking about here is the nuclear fusion reactors of their UFOs, because at the center of their nuclear fusion reactors is a star, a microstar. So that's the lake. Okay, so the star is the lake. What they'll do is they'll put each of us on that on a medical bed, and they'll deatomize us. And when they deatomize us, guess what that does? So that's Matthew 10:28. Fear him who can destroy both body and soul in hell. So do not fear those who kill the body but are not able to kill the soul. Rather fear him who is able to destroy both body and soul in hell. So when you see a person get put on a medical bed and then disappear before your very eyes, more than likely he'll broadcast it worldwide. They'll probably use me as the example. They'll put me on, they'll strap me down in the medical bed, and then they'll deatomize me, and you're going to see my body completely disappear before your very eyes. And to you, that's going to create the illusion that they've destroyed both the body and the soul in hell, because if you can't see me no more, you can't see my soul, you assume that he destroyed my body and soul. I'm still there. I'm just there at the quantum subatomic level, because when you take my atoms apart into their subatomic components of electrons, protons, and neutrons, I'm still there. I just disappeared and I got sent over to the other nuclear fusion reactor where all those particles got sucked into the nuclear fusion reactor. They didn't bring me back to, they didn't reatomize me on the other side of the UFO. So there's two UFOs, one UFO here, one UFO here. The body gets deatomized here, and all my subatomic particles get sucked into the other nuclear fusion reactor. Normally what you're supposed to do is they reassemble the atoms over here, and you can be brought back minus the sickness. So that's what they'll do. They'll use their technology to create the illusion that you need to fear him because he's the man who can destroy both body and soul. Well, hell, I could do the exact same thing if my scientists were allowed the opportunity to research the technology. I could showcase the exact same thing. So when they perform that, and you no longer see the body, and you believe the soul is gone, it's a miracle. He's here. That's what you're going to think. So that's the fire and brimstone. So they're going to take anyone here on planet Earth that doesn't believe in their stuff, which is basically half of mankind, because you got Buddhism, which is all the Chinese people. You got Hinduism, which is all the Indian people. You got folk religion, which is all the African people, and all the Indonesian people, all the Polynesian people, all the South American people, all the Native American people, all those people that don't follow that stuff. They're going to deatomize us and get rid of us. And when we begin to put up a fight against you guys who do believe in their lives, that's when the civil war is going to happen. And you're going to see these guys pull out their advanced weaponry, which is railgun technology. So they'll begin shooting the other half of mankind with railguns, when we all need to be standing together and shoot them with our railguns to tell them to get the hell out of here. That's what that means. And there came unto me one of the seven angels who had the seven vials full of the seven last plagues, and talked with me, saying, Come hither, I show thee the bride, the Lamb's wife. So the bride is, the Lamb is, the father, right? And the bride is his wife. So you guys have never been, you guys always assume that it's a monotheistic belief system. No, he's going to come here and make it a polytheistic belief system. So he's going to show you a bride, and he's going to show you, that he's not, a virgin. So now the seven vials, the seven plagues, is referring to their railgun technology. So, like a vial is like cylinder, it's like a cylinder, right? So it's referring to him bombarding 7 continents with railgun technology to get rid of the people that do not believe in what these guys are about to bring here and tell you tell you that they're the boss when I'm the boss. So, and he carried me away in spirit to a great and high mountain and showed me the great city. So, if you get bombarded with railgun technology and you perish, your spirit, yeah, well, it'll get carried away because you're just basically gonna fall asleep. So, and he showed me that the great city, Holy Jerusalem, or a UFO descending out of space from God. So, that's basically a UFO coming down out of space. So, having the glory of God, and her light was like unto a stone most precious, even like a jasper stone. So, I don't quite know what the UFOs look like, but I theorize they probably have pink glass in them because pink glass is the material that they make the pink glass cities out of. So, in theory, it means all of these stones that are described here going down is referring to their UFO technology having some sort of precious stones in them. Like it could have, I know they have rubies, so they're going to tell you that their UFOs have precious stones in them. So this crystal clear one, it's like, it could be diamond, right? So when you hear the description of the 12 stones, it's describing the UFO and what's there. It had a great wall and high. It had 12 gates. So the UFO literally might have 12 gates on it that you can literally walk in and out of. 12 angels. Well, the 12 angels is metaphorical for the people inside the UFO being angels from the story of the 12 disciples. And the names written thereon, which are on the names of the 12 tribes, the children of Israel. So they're basically going to come here and tell you that the people inside the UFO are associated with the 12 tribes, because you guys haven't figured that out yet. So they'll probably say, I'm from this tribe here, I'm from this tribe here. So imagine there being 12 UFOs, and each UFO being a tribe, one of those 12 tribes. And they'll basically tell you that you're descended from this tribe here. We're from this planet there. That's what they're talking about there. So on the east 3 gates, on the north 3 gates. So you got to think of those as being doors on the UFO. And on the wall of the city had 12 foundations. On them, the names of the 12 apostles. The 12 foundations could mean that the UFO was 12 stories high. I don't know. I theorize that they could be 100 stories high, but you want to think of the walls of the UFO and the foundations as being how high it is. In theory, it could be 12. And he that talked with me had a golden reed to measure the city and the gates thereof, of the walls of the city. So, now what that golden reed is about is the technology. They'll tell you how the technology works. They'll say, it's the father of all creation that moves the universe around our spaceship. Our spaceship doesn't go anywhere, but the universe moves. So they're going to tell you how the technology works, because the universe is made of gold. At the molecular level, you fly the edge of the universe, and it's the walls are composed of gold molecules. So that's the golden reed. They're going to say that their grandfather controls the universe, moves it around, just like what I tell you in my books. And the city lieth 4 square, and the length is the great of the breadth. And he measured the city of the reed. So that 4 square, like I said before, is connected to Huey Lewis and the News, where and from American Psycho, where the guy chops up that other guy. If you look up if you look up this particular scene there, okay, hip to be square, that's what it's about. It's about them guys lying and getting rid of everyone on planet Earth. So that's the 4 square. The city or the UFO, they're liars, because you see the word liar there. The city lieth. Most people would think that word means like to lie down, like the city lieth over there. That's not what it means. It means those evil androids or humans with a Neuralink in their brain who are not human or machines are lying, and that they come here to chop everyone up. That's what that means. So, and he measured the wall thereof 140 cubits according to the measure of a man. So if you don't have the measure of a man, it's just basically saying these guys are going to come here and they're going to try to make the measure of a man. They're going to say that I'm a bad guy because what I did here, and then they're going to basically paint everyone else as being bad. You're not really a man according to our measurements. That's what they're saying. Therefore, you're not an angel, and they'll get rid of everybody. And the wall was built of jasper, and the city was pure gold. So the city of pure gold, basically what they're going to tell you is, we need to leave the planet. We're going to go take you somewhere else where our cities are, and we'll show you what our city looks like. It looks like a pink glass city. So they're going to tell you about a city on another planet. Let's say Proxima Centauri, which is the nearest planet over, as a way to get the half of you that do believe in their lies onto their spaceships so they could take you up to space and get rid of you up there. Because they will. They'll do that. They'll get rid of you up there. That's what the pure gold is. They're basically going to tell you that they got a city over another planet, over on a different planet, where they're going to take you guys and show you it. And that's how they're going to get you to jump on board with their bullshit. And the foundations of the wall in the city were garnered, which demanded of precious stones. So they're gonna tell you that the city that they got is kind of like here. They want to show you this city that when you get there, it's like glass, and there's gold there, and there's all kinds of precious stones on this city that exists somewhere in this universe. And so when they describe all these stones here, they're basically describing a city on another planet that they want to use as bait to draw you in, to get you on the UFO, to get you to turn against your brethren here on mankind, turn against those who have lived beside you for thousands and thousands of years, to get rid of us so that they can get you to buy into their bullshit, get you to jump on their UFOs, fly you to some distant planet where they're going to get rid of you. And that's what this prophecy is about. So, and there shall in no wise enter it, which means if you don't believe in what we're telling you and you don't convert, you won't be able to jump on our UFOs and go to this big, bright, shining city. So, I'm not going to elaborate too much on it, because that's basically what it means. There's 12 gates, 12 pearls, meaning if you don't believe in the 12 disciples, you can't go. The temple, you need to come see the temple over on this other planet. The city had no need of the sun. We don't need electricity. They're basically saying we don't need solar power, and because we can create nuclear fusion, right? And the nations of them are all saved. The planets that they come from, they're all saved because they follow these Caucasian liars who are robots, man. The kings of earth bring their glory and honor to it. So that's basically, the Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. Those are the kings of earth, and they're going to get you to, bring their glory, like get you to jump on the UFO and go fly you over to a planet so they can get rid of you over there. And the gates of it shall not be shut at all by day. So the gates is basically talking about their UFO technology. You need to. The only way to fly over there is like through an open gate, meaning like a stargate. So, no, so you guys are so primitive you can't even fly over to our cities. So, when they're talking about the gates, they're talking about a stargate. So you want to look up this one here, Stargate, 1994 official trailer. You watch that. And that's what the gate is about, and their bullshit lies here. So, and the gates that shall not be shut. So the way they fly the UFOs, it requires going to the sun and then bouncing from sun to sun to sun. So that's what the gate is. So there shall be no night there because it's a star. It's a star gate, meaning when you fly that UFO and it hits the sun and it bounces from star to star to star, there's no night there because you're flying under a star. And they shall bring the glory and honor of nations unto it. So that's basically them saying, if you fly with us over to another planet, you're going to bring honor and glory with your nations. And there shall be, and there shall in no wise enter into it anything that defileth, neither whatsoever worketh abomination or maketh a lie, but only they that are written in the books. So they're going to come here and create a list of people who can get on their UFOs and fly to this distant planet with these supposed super cities they want to show you. But those that, are abominations or lie, they're going to say, I'm a liar. They're going to say that I basically stole the UFO or something, and I came here, I created this place, and I'm a this or I'm a that. They're going to create some bullshit story. Would try to make me out to be the liar. And then, if you don't convert, like if you're from Hinduism or Buddhism and you don't convert to their stuff, then you're not going to be written in their book of life, which means if you're not written in this alien's book of life, boom, they get rid of everybody. So they're going to get rid of half of mankind that don't believe in that. They're going to de-atomize us, or they're going to destroy us with their railgun technology. And then the other half of you that do believe in their lies, they're going to put you on UFOs because you got put in the Lamb's Book of Life. They'll take you to their supposed city, but you're not even going to see that city. The minute they get you to fight your own brethren here on half of mankind and get rid of the half of us here, they're going to turn against you. They'll put you on the UFO. After you get rid of the half of us, they'll put you on the UFO, and then they'll get rid of you there. And that's what this prophecy is about. And if you allow that to happen, you're going to screw things up royally. So don't allow some stupid ass androids who are not humans come over here and tell you that to your mommy and daddy, because they're not. I am.